Hello, boys. Nice to see you. Please, have a seat. No, boys. Come over here in front of me. I want to see your faces. The county took a tax assessment of this property last month. They want $5,000.
Doesn't the church have to pay that?
They would if they were interested in keeping the place. But they aren't. The Archbishop wants to sell this building outright to the Board of Education.
What's going to happen to you?
I'll be sent to the missions, Africa, Latin America, Korea.
Forget it. $5 grand, no problem. We'll have it for you in the morning. Let's go, Elwood.
No, no! I will not take your filthy, stolen money. Get out. And don't come back until you've redeemed yourselves.
No problem. We can help raise the funds the orphanage needs. How are we gonna do that, man? Where are we gonna get that kind of bread? We're gonna get a band together and play some big concert where everyone comes together and we get a random record deal advance to pay the bill? No. Don't be ridiculous. That'll never work. Well, what if we just asked all the people that donated to the orphanage last year? You know, Guitar Murphy, the Colonel, Donald Duck Dunn, Two Big Bones, Blue Lou, Mr. Fabulous. All those guys would do anything to help out. You're getting closer, but that alone won't cut it. Not all those cats are around anymore, and Guitar Murphy's old lady won't even let him and Blue Lou out of the restaurant. Well, what do we need to do? We're going to need to prospect and evaluate. So what exactly do you mean, prospect and evaluate? Well, prospecting and evaluating, or P&E, is simply prospecting new donors and evaluating how much money we should ask them for. Why is that important? Well, like I said before, we're not going to be able to get all the donations we got last time, so we need more money, and we need to do it efficiently, so we should ask for the right amount. We only have 11 days. Well, how do we start? Well, let's do the P in P&E. Let's prospect. How to do that? Well, who do we know? There's so many people that have been touched by the orphanage. Who are they? Write them down. Let's get out some paper and start writing. I got it all right. Who's first? Well, there are all the important people in town that we already know. There's Ray, the music shop owner. Curtis. Reverend Cleophas James. That's a good start. They may be able to help and spread our influence. We should think about where else in town we know people, like from the Rotary Club, the Chamber of Commerce, school boards. I'll bet all you smart people can think of some other great sources for local civic-minded people too. Where do you think we could find some good prospects? Whoa, weird. Who are you talking to? Pardon? Well, you just started talking to the wall there and everything kind of stopped. Man, Joliet wasn't kind to you. Stop fooling around. Let's keep working. This is a pretty good start, but who else can you think of, Jake? What about that fancy pants, highfalutin owner of that fancy restaurant? You know, the Chez Paul. That's the fanciest joint in town. Surely the owner of that place has lots of cash to throw around. I mean, I can't afford to eat there, but all the high-class people in town would love to be seen there. That's an idea, but I'm not sure that's a good prospect. We don't even know his name. With Ray, we've been buying from him for years, and the Reverend is good friends with our friend Curtis. But who's the owner of Chez Paul? Where does he come from? What's important to him? Who does he know? We don't know any of those things. So we don't have a good avenue to approach him. No, he's only a suspect, not a prospect. So what can we do to make him a prospect? Come up with some connection we have to him? Yep, that's the best thing. We need some connector to the guy. Someone who can make an introduction, someone who we won't want to say no to. Unfortunately, two slobs like us would never run in circles with his friends. No, it'd never work. Well, two slobs like us, maybe not, but doesn't Mr. Fabulous work there? Yeah, he's in charge of the dining room there. He's the top maitre d' at Chez Paul. He could probably sit up and ask. Or at least knows a bunch of people who knows the owner. Now you're talking. That's a connector. Now we can move him from the suspect category to the prospect category. That's great. It looks like we've got a... That's great. It looks like we've got a good start on our list of prospects. What's next? Evaluating. Evaluating? What's that? Well, that's where we look at each prospect and try to figure out how much to ask each one. Well, what if we just ask all of our prospects to drop a C note? You sleaze! First of all, we need 5 G's. Do you see 50 people on our list here? $100 a piece won't do it unless we want to prospect more and more and more. And we would have to get all of them to say yes. Nope. That'll waste some of our bigger prospects, too, who could likely give more. It's more efficient to figure out the right ask for the right prospect. Well, how do we do that? Easy, brother of mine. Just look at the prospect. What do we know about them? What causes are important to them? What are their means? What are their resources? Oh, you mean like if they knew someone who was in the orphanage, or someone who was positively affected by the programs at the Blessed Shroud, they might be more likely to donate? Or if they got more cheddar, they can share more? But how do we find out all that stuff? Oh, there's lots of ways to do it. You can look at property they own with the county tax office. Look at their job. Top maitre d' at Chez Paul pulls down 6 bills a week. That's a lot better than the dishwasher at the soul food joint. Usually one of the most absolute best ways to evaluate your prospects is just talk to their connector. And ask this person if this amount or that amount would be a good gift to ask for. It's not always the best way depending on the connector, but it's usually a good start, especially if you have the right connector. There are probably other means to evaluate your prospects. Can you all think of any? There it is again. Stop that. Who are you talking to over there? And that is how you prospect and evaluate. We are ready to kick off this campaign. It's 106 miles to Chicago. We've got a full list of prospects, half a battery on our cell phone. It's dark out and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.